Hello friends! So today I am going to be making this adorable little glow-in-the-dark ghosty guy. For this project you're going to need, if you have it, some glow-in-the-dark yarn. This one is the Lion brand yarns DIY glow. I got it from Joanne. An F crochet hook, some 6mm safety eyes and backings, a yarn needle, a small bit of felt to make the mouth, a hot glue gun, which I don't have out right now, and some scissors. So to start out, we're going to take our yarn and we are going to make a magic ring, and we are going to single crochet 8 into that magic ring. This project is super cute for Halloween. Halloween's coming, and these little ghosty guys glow like crazy. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so there's 8 single crochets in our ring. We're going to take the tail of our ring and pull it closed. You want to get it nice and tight in there. And then we're going to start on the second row. And in this row, we're going to do 2 single crochets into each of the stitches from the previous row. Right, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, and there is 16. So you might see that the hole is starting to come out in the middle right there. So what you can do is just pull it a little bit tighter, and then it'll tighten up real good right there. All right, so, and now we go to our next row, and we're just going to do 16 around for 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. So that's 64 single crochet. And I usually just, what I like to do if I'm working in the round is just count how many rows and multiply it by how many stitches are in that row, and then just go from there and count instead of going row by row. So I've got 4 so far, 60 more. Loosen it. Get some more yarn out here. All right. Okay, so there's 16. So that's our first round. I don't know about y'all, but I am ready for fall. $26 right there. Let's see. $36. This is the part that takes the longest of this project. Okay, 43. there's 50. So we've got 354, 10 more stitches. All right, and there is 64. So we've got the body of our little ghosty dude. So for this next row, what we're going to be doing is we are only working into the front loop, which is this loop right here. So if you look at your crochet, right, you've got 2 loops on in either stitch. There's this one that is considered your back loop, and then there's this one that is considered your front loop. So for this, we are going to be working in the front loop. In our next row, when we start decreasing to close up the bottom, we're going to be working that back loop right there. So for this next round, what we are going to be doing is we are going to be single crochet here, and then we're going to do a half double crochet in the same stitch, and then another single crochet in that stitch. So it's 3 stitches in 1 right there. And then in the next stitch, we're gonna slip stitch. So we're basically just making a little ruffle right there. Bring this closer to you. All right, and then in the next stitch, we're just gonna repeat single crochet, half double crochet, single crochet. So there's single, half double, and then single again. And then in the next stitch, we do a slip stitch. And then we're going to continue that around until there are 8 groups of stitches and 8 slip stitches. So go all the way around. I love making these little guys. What I'll do at the end is I will post a picture of it glowing in the dark so y'all can see how stinking cute these are when they are lit up. Okay. One, 2, 3. I think that is going to be our last slip stitch right there. All right, so we've got our little ruffles going on here. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna work inside. But before we do that, we're gonna attach our safety eyes. So you come out here and you are gonna look for the space between row 3 and 4. So we look and we have row 1, row 2, row 3, and row 4. So our eyes are gonna go in the space between row 3 and 4. Or if you want them a little lower, you could do it between rows 4 and 5. I think I might do rows 4 and 5. I think they'll look a little bit cuter a little further down. So we open up our safety eyes here. These are 6mm safety eyes. And backings. We only need 2. Hopefully these are good ones. Sometimes these Amazon eyeballs, the backings aren't as good as you would like them to be, but they work. And if you have a hard time with them, what I tend to do sometimes is if the backings don't want to go on all the way, I'll take a lighter and melt the post and then flatten it, and it makes the eyeball permanent, so it's not going to come out. So we put about 3 stitches in between each of the eyes there. And I think for this one, the reason why I put them up a little higher is because we're going to add a felt mouth. So we're going to actually put the eyes back up where they were, or where I wanted them to be. All right, so there's that. And we come to the back here, flip it inside out. So you got your little posts, and then we place our backing on and squish it through, just like that. And now our eyes are on. Super cute little guys. I forgot, we're also gonna need a small amount of polyfill. Just the teeniest bit, just enough to round him out a little bit. We're not gonna use that yet. We're gonna close up first. Okay, so we tuck our tail into the body of our little dude here. Close up our stuff. And we're gonna take our hook and we are gonna do some decreases on the inside back loop. So you find the row with your back loops in there, and those are the ones you're going to be working into. So you find your first one and you pull up a loop, and then you find your second one and you pull up a loop. Yarn over and pull through all 3 loops, and that is your decrease. You're gonna do that 8 times. 1, 2, 3 loops, yarn over, pull through all 3. 1, 2, got your 3 loops, pull through. So that's 3. And we do it again. 4. There's 5. Gets a little tighter in here. There's 6. Oh, split it. There's 7. And 1 more. Actually. Oh, there it is. Scoop that up. Yarn over, and then what you're going to do is you're going to find your first stitch and you're going to slip stitch through. And then do a little chain, pull out a good bit because you're going to want some yarn to close up the bottom. There we go. So now you've got your little guy with his little eyes and his ruffles. And then you have a hole in the bottom. And what you're going to do is you're just going to take a little bit of polyfill, some pillow stuffing, and you're going to put it in there just to give him a little bit of fluff, like so. And you're going to take your yarn needle and your yarn tail, and you're going to close them up. So to close them up, what I like to do is I like to go into each stitch, both loops, and just kind of go through each of them like that. So we've got 4 there right now, and we're going to just pull that a little tight. Turn our work and continue. There's 5, there's 6. There's 7, and then with the 7 we're gonna just kind of pull it tight, and it closes it, cinches it closed like that. And then to finish it off, I like to just kind of take my yarn needle and pull it through both sides like so a couple of times, just so you know you've got a good closure. And then for the last one, pull it through, and then you have this loop here, yarn through the loop and pull it closed. And then finishing, I just take my yarn needle and poke it all the way through the work like so, and then trim it off there. And you've got your little ghosty guy with 2 eyes. You could keep him like this. He's super cute there. Or You could take a small amount of felt and just cut a little oval. That looks kind of like a spooky little ghosty mouth. Place it on there, add a little bit of hot glue to the back, and then you've got your little ghost. And he's so cute. And he's done. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, subscribe, and keep an eye out for future videos. I appreciate y'all so much. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see y'all next time.